to this live broadcast of PUBG Mobile's Women's Pro League. We are going to be kicking things off here tonight with the qualifiers for Group B for MENA and Africa. We're going to be starting straight on into ERANGEL. The plane is going up on your screen as we speak. And, ooh, look at that plane path. Going to be kind of southwest, kind of difficult for a lot of those teams up going to Yasnaya and the things and places like that. But there we go, got it out in the end. But we'll have to see how that zone complements that. We'll see how it goes. But for now, lots of access to those Millie Island areas, Quarry, Primorsk, things like that. We'll have to see how that goes. Our team list this evening is going to be full again tonight. We do have a lot of teams here with us this evening for Group B, and we're going to just go through that list right now. They are Conqueror Girls, LQ5 for Vikings, LQ5 Sky, Exile Asteria, Zap Esports XAVIA, 2R Girls, Twisted Minds Girl Cart, Unique Fairies, Spartan Girls, UCHIHA Clan 59 Ladies, Virtual Gaming Squad, Unity Cuties, Revolt Girls, Immortals, Manipulators, TIMEOUT EG, and BBC Girls. So that's who we have with us this evening. Going to be bringing to you live 4 games here this evening. Of course, 2 ERANGELs, 1 MIRAMAR, 1 SANHOK as per the usual. A lot of these teams looking to go to these different areas of Millie Island. Oh, but there goes the zone. It is going to be the direct opposite of the plane path. So, oof, tough start for all these teams. We are seeing here Team 6, Exile Asteria, making their way into, I believe, into the zone to loot rather than looting outside of it. That's a good way to be, really. Gonna be going straight past Team 7 as well as. But moving on, they're gonna go, looks like they're going up by the farm area, so that's gonna be nice for them. Another team as well moving over to shelter and the Millie base area, and the Milta areas. There we go. Goodness me. Would like to take this moment just to thank all of our viewers who are joining us this evening. Going to be looking forward to seeing your support for your teams in the chat, so do not hesitate to do so. We do see we have a knock though on the side of Team 6. Unfortunately for them, Exile Asteria going to be losing one out to Zap Esports pretty early on. I think that's our first kill of the night, so looks like they just got caught out on rotation there a little bit, so they are going to have to go ahead and sorry, okay, there we go. All right, sorry about that. Looks like they're gonna have to go ahead and go as a 3-man squad, unfortunately for them. We do have a team over in Nova that's gonna be chilling, but we do have something happening on that west side now. BBC and Blackheart, both in close proximity to one another. Just on board with Mufar right now in her coop. Looks like they are going to disengage from BBC though. BBC on that west coast rather. Looks like they're just going to disengage for now while they try and loot as best they can. Not much going to be happening just yet. Interestingly enough, rather, since we had such an interesting plane path to zone ratio, I would have thought we'd see a lot more action going on, but these teams have very skillfully navigated themselves away from each other, and they're going to just go ahead and start out the game as normal. Team 11 is going to be Unique Fairies, going to be coming in here. And they have a pretty nice spot on this western bridge area. Gonna be seeing quite a few rotations come in over that bridge, and we should see some action. Hopefully Unique Fairies can actually get a few kills, stop a few teams from coming over if they can play this well. Would be nice for them. Some good points to come in, but depends though. That zone is looking pretty eastern, so those teams might just go ahead and use the island to their advantage since it's still in zone. A nice spread, a 1-3 split looking like, or 2-2 split actually, but nope, they're gonna regroup. Apart from that, not a whole lot going on. We did have that one kill taken out early, unfortunately. But apart from that, I'm not seeing any other kills, so very, very quiet game so far. These teams just sorting themselves out and not worrying too much about each other. It's nice to see. We do have 8 seconds on the zone, so zone's going to be coming in very quickly, and we will start seeing these teams get pushed together just a little bit more. But at the moment, it does look like Unity Fairies West has spotted somebody. Sorry, I'm just looking for them real quick. There we go. Looks like she has spotted out Conqueror girls, but they are on the move as well, so no further developments with that fight able to really be had. Everybody moves into zone. We see all these vehicles now moving in, lots of rotations going on now. There's actually unique fairies. They're actually going to be making their way up to Pachinki, up to that north side, so should be interesting to see what goes on there. We have several teams coming in from Hospital Georgia Pole, the west coast. 3 teams I'm seeing there that have to come in this way. So should start seeing a little bit of action going forward. They have actually, interestingly enough, West is still keeping tabs on Conqueror girls as they move into that compound, so it looks like they're just trying to see if they can get any info they can. Going to be looking for maybe an engagement. We will see. Looks like there might be something going on in military base as well, but we'll have to see how that pans out over here on the desk. As we stick with unique fairies, moving now into that farm area. Oh, there is somebody there though. Gonna have to be very careful. It's actually gonna be Zap Esports, so as the shots finally ring out onto Conqueror Girls, it looks like the engagement is there. West taking the outside angle. Very passive, very quiet so far, just taking their time with it. Few shots where they can, but mostly this is a lot of information getting. But Unique are gonna have to be careful of Team 7. Zap are still in that compound, so they could very, very easily get backstabbed here. We are going to move over to Team 10, actually. Blackheart, unfortunately, taking a knock over on Military Island. Looks like there's a reciprocated knock. I'm not sure there, but yes, this is where the action is happening. We have to go back to Unique Fairies. Doing all kinds of things, and I think we just missed the end of that. No, not quite. Not quite. We still have Conqueror Girls just down to Pomar there, unfortunately for them. She's just sitting behind these boxes. There's not a whole lot she really can do at this point. Not much at all. I mean, this team has really just come in, not even guns blazing, just very methodically going through this team. And now it's just left to her. She only has level 1 gear though, so not much she can do. Definitely a waiting game. The rest of the team, though. Unique Fairies liking those 3 kills they just got, and they're looking for more. Here they come, right up the stairs. Going to come around, but no, we just cut away. Just cut away and not sure what's actually going on, but nope, they are going to take her out. So unfortunately for Conqueror Girls, that is 16th place for them for this first game. Weren't able to quite push back Unique Fairies from that push forward, so we are going to be losing them out first this evening. But GG's anyway. Zone is going to be popping in here just a second. There it goes, and we are going to the mainland. So we've got, I think, 3 teams on that military island that we now have to see move across. And actually, it looks like Timeout are actually in a very good spot to actually do something about these teams coming across. But we'll have to see how well they can actually gatekeep this. Other than that, a lot of rotations going on. We do see those teams coming down from the north, so we have several teams there. But Timeout have decided to not keep that gatekeep position. Interesting. They've actually opted to go farther north to shelter. We'll see how this works out for them. As we are on board with Cute moving into this compound. Looks like they're doing a 2-2 split actually, and luckily for them, looks like 2 our girls are going to be moving away from that area, so no fight for them just yet. Moving on down to Twisted Minds girls. We're on board with Tara here, still in military base. There was a big fight happening here. I'm not sure what happened to it though. It's just a duo left for Twisted Minds. Going up against, of course, Blackheart. One down for them. But interestingly enough, they are going to be able to get this res up, and they're still a full-man squad, so something happened where Twisted did, unfortunately, lose 2 players. But no real ground's been taken yet, and in fact, Blackheart's now looking even more so on the upper hand with this gatekeep coming through. They still have 40 seconds to zone, so they have a while yet until they really need to start moving, but it looks like they might go ahead and do that early. Just leave them out there in the zone, prioritize their own position first. That's probably a wise decision. Over back on the mainland, though, we're not seeing a whole lot going on. It's just a lot of positioning, a lot of teams finding their own ways in. BBC, one of those teams, just moving across the bridge now. And across she goes. No, I don't think there's any team there to actually confront them or challenge them at all. So BBC going to get scot-free over there, over that bridge and into these compounds here, into zone. So very, very nice nice opportunity for BBC to actually move in and play more aggressively from a more aggressive standpoint. Looks like actually Blackhearts are going to go all the way around as well, so they're opting to come in from the east side, or west side rather. So interesting play by them as well. Going to be moving over to Team 14, Virtual Gaming Squad. First time we're speaking. And they look to be like they are in between Shelter and Milta, so they're going to have a pretty nice center area. Be interesting to see how they play that. Team 12, Spartans girls, also moving in, this time into the Shelter area. So looks like Shelter is the place to be if you're one of these teams. It looks like we could see a lot of action going down here in the future as these teams all pile in here. Catty. Oof, and they're gonna come straight past the virtual gaming squad. I think they saw them though. Gonna be going down instead southeast. Southwest rather. I never have my directions right, but there's already 2 teams there, so oof. Difficult. Oh, it's only one team, but it is timeout, so just going to completely uproot Spartans girls. They have to move elsewhere, have to go where they can. Looks like they might be trying to get into Milta, maybe a little bit of farm. Farm looks to be the place to be. 2-2 split into farm and Milta, so very wide split for this late a circle. And we shall see how that works out for them. The zone, though, is gonna be... Ooh! It could work out very, very well for Spartans. I really hope they can actually pull this through, because that would be an amazing play to actually use for this circle. A 2-2 split, farm and Milta right in the zone. Got a lot of teams on that western side now moving in. 3 teams all there. North as well all have to come in, so we will see. Gonna go over to Blackheart here. Blackheart, one of those teams having to move in from the western side, and they have 2 teams ahead of them, unfortunately for them. Gonna be going right in amongst the rest of this rotation coming through here. Unique Fairies being one of those teams. They just went through, but look at all these teams now. We still have 15. We've only lost 1 team. So, still a lot to play for in this. You do not want to go out now. We are 17 minutes in, but you still don't want to go out now. You're only going to get 15th place. So these teams really going to be fighting for it. Looks like Uniq are actually going to be moving full speed ahead into the center of the zone, so that's interesting. Gonna see how they play from there. Moving over to Milta as well. Manipulators, our first look at manipulators this evening. Gonna be taking that little compound right to the west of Milta on the other side of that road. It's a good spot to be in. It is a good spot. We will see how they play from it. It's just very open, so the team has to be careful here. And they're only a 3-man squad, so gonna be seeing how they play that to their advantage. Virtual gaming as well. Gonna be in farm, just going to be checking everything out there. Oh, I hear some shots though. What's happening up here? It is gonna be 2RS. Sorry, 2R girls, rather. And Stormy, been taken out. Is going to be able to get that guy back up, though. And we're on board with Heba right now, trying to provide some cover fire onto TIMEOUT EG. TIMEOUT as well. So Heba looking for that really nice cover fire. Good stuff from her. Across the road, long range shots, rather. The rest of these teams move forward closer and closer. Zone is coming in now, so we will be seeing that zone moving in just a couple minutes. New zone, zone 4, will be our next look. At the moment, though, it is going to be 2R girls versus TIMEOUT. Across the way there. Just taking a shot or 2. Even numbers though, and honestly it's at this point it's a little bit of a waste of resources, because nothing's really gonna happen there. You can't really, I mean, you get a knock and then you push. I mean, that's about it. So be interesting to see how they wrap up that, or if they disengage. We'll have to see. It depends on where this zone goes as well, because the zone is about to go. Oh, and it continues its southerly trajectory. Oh, that's tough. Very, very interesting place to play from. It's not particularly difficult. There's still a lot of places these teams can go, but there's not so many of them. I mean, it's very open, and there's only so many compounds to go around with a lot of area to actually overlook. So these teams will have a hard time. If you're not in a compound, you will be having a difficult time to actually move in here. Gonna go over to Virtual Gaming Squad, actually. They are back in, still in that compound, and rightly so. It's a great compound to have for this circle. We'll have to see how they sort themselves out. Team 18, Manipulators, also moving in. Gonna be crashing into Milta, that west side of Milta, and actually Spartans girls are already there, so we do have this fight looking between these two teams, looking spicy. Got some nades going back and forth. At the moment, it is Team 18 who are at the disadvantage. Spartans girls do have the cover of the buildings, but Team 18 Manipulators, they do have this wall, and it's a 2v4. So, interesting. Or a 3v4, I think, rather. At the moment, just a standoff. Not much going on right now. They're trying to figure out their next move. Oof, and there comes the knock. Gonna be going through, and the Molotov very nicely placed, so now they can't get to their teammate at all. Oof. Not... Oh, no. Run away from that. I'm not sure, really. It seems like they should have been a little bit more aggressive on this. That knock was a good spot to have, and now we could see a revitalization of Spartans girls combat. Oh, what's this going down as well? Timeout gonna be taking out. Oh, almost. I thought they were gonna be taking out that team, but no, it is actually Timeout gonna be going out in their place. Timeout just getting annihilated there at the end there. That's such a shame, but GG's. Another nade going to be taking out one of that team. It is up to Fairy now. Fairy and KWT to be looking out. Again, they allow the revive. We also have Team 6, Exile, Asteria, in the background, waiting in the wings. We could see a third party if this team isn't careful, and either team don't wrap it up quickly. They need to start moving now. They are outside the zone, and Mary does go down. So it is going to be just a 2v4. And here comes Asteria now. Along the edge, could be seeing a difficult rotation here now for Team 18, but no. It's going to be Team 16 going to be putting an end to Asteria's actual rotation there across the beach. Team 16 is going to be Revolt girls. Meanwhile, KWT is also knocked, and a nade is going to clean her up. So we are just down to a solo for the Manipulators. You see as well, all in this one little area. My goodness me. So much happening. Zap Esports XAVIA as well, having some trouble with Team 16. Revolt girls now with the UMP. Going to be going back and forth. Oh, doesn't quite make it though. Meanwhile, the rest of her team, just a duo now on this coastline. Spartan girls are going to actually be leaving that vicinity, so they are going to leave that compound and move straight into here. No, what are you doing crashing BBC's compound? Oof. Out of the frying pan into the fire, as they say, straight into another fight. Oof. Long nade. They have to be careful with third partying as well. Both these teams do. We do have Zap Esports XAVIA waiting in the wings there as well. We are going to be seeing the new zone coming in very, very shortly as smokes go out on the side of BBC. New zone now. Does go west, so a lot of these teams now have to move out, including the ones we're actually looking at. It does go to the side of virtual gaming squad. So they are just slightly out of zone, but this compound has served them very, very well indeed. They've been able to actually just stay in zone and not actually do much at all. So that's very nice for them. BBC, on the other hand, do have to move in. Oh, very, very nice nade from a member of Zap there. Straight, oh, 2 nades now. One from Spartans and one from Zap, it looks like. Zap as well, just picking apart the Spartans and try to craft their compound, but no, not going to be happening. One goes down, 2, 3. Just one left. Just one left, and down they all go. Out by Zap. Goodness me. Very nice for Zap, actually. Very, very nice indeed. They should have several kills now. Yep, 7 kills with 1 knock, so they're going to be able to get that res back up. And meanwhile, we're going to be looking over to uniq Fairies over on the west side. Going to give some attention to the west side of the zone. They are in zone, but there's only 2 of them. 5 kills to their name so far. Ooh! And straight onto Team 15, the Unity Cuties. Taking them out with one fell swoop. Very nicely done on their part. Bringing their count up to 8. Zap. Oh, as the zone goes straight to Zap. So, we have a Zap Esports XAVIA. Oh, beautiful nade. But we do have a zone that favors them. So, full squad. Not a whole lot of ground to actually work to their advantage. Oof, and very nice nades coming in from the likes of virtual gaming. But at the moment, it's not quite going to hit, and they're going to actually turn their attention to Team 8. 2 are girls, still up as a 3-man squad. And they only have a shack right down this ridge. Oh, those nades look too good. We will have to see. Oh no, those nades going the other direction. Oh, that's lucky. They would have been dead in a heartbeat, but no, one does go down. The knocks are everywhere. Zap has 1, as do Virtual. It's just actually uniq Fairies that don't have a knock, and that's because they're a duo out into the field there. They don't have a whole lot going on right now. They're just waiting for these teams to sort themselves out. Oof, nades, smokes, all coming through as virtual gaming are going to actually be making that push into zone. Nice spread coming in from Zap, actually, but it is going to be the uniq Fairies who actually turn this thing around just a little bit. Do get 1 just before they go out themselves. Oh my goodness me. So that's a 3rd very narrowly being taken there by uniq Fairies. As Zap goes down, it's just these top 2 teams left now. Oh, but a nade ends it all too quickly, and it is going to be a Zap Esports XAVIA win with, oh my goodness me, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kills. My goodness me, what a great game that was. We do have Virtual Gaming Squad as well in 2nd place, of course, with 5 kills themselves, and then uniq in a narrow 3rd place with, 10 kills. Then, of course, you have 2R in 4th, BBC in 5th, UCHIHA clan in 6th, I think that was, yeah. Unity Cuties in 7th, Team A, XA in 8th, Blackheart in 9th, Spartans in 10th, RT in 11th, MU in 12th, of course, Timeout in 13th, LQ5 in 14th, Twisted Minds in 15th, and Conquerors in 16th. GG's there. Our MVP is going to be uniq Wet with 5 defeats and 922 damage. Almost got him there. Jazz from Zap is going to be our companion with 3 revives, and Zap as well, also going to be part of our finishers here tonight, of course, since they were the winners, but with 3 defeats as well. So nicely done on their part. GG's all teams. We are going to be going into a quick break here. in just a moment for a few minutes while we get this next game set up. So we will be seeing you in Miramar in just a few minutes. Going Welcome back, everybody, to Game 2 of Group B. We're heading straight into Miramar right now, and that playing path is going to be on the eastern side this time. No more of the southwest of last game. We're going into a different territory, and it's going to be a different playing path. So we are going to be going to that west side, down to the east side, rather. Directions not my forte tonight for whatever reason, but we are looking at these teams going to be making their way to their locations, and not too bad for most of these teams. Might have to get a bit of a vehicle over to Monte Nuevo or Val del Mar, but for most of these teams you should be okay. Gonna have to see where that zone pops up though. Still on board with Conqueror Girls. Looks like they're going to be going very late indeed. Rest of these teams, though, looking like they want to go a little bit of Impala, a little bit of La Bandita, a little bit of El Azahar. We shall see. 2 or 3 teams actually in El Azahar. Interesting stuff. Namely, Exile Asteria. They are one of our teams going to be over there. We have, let's see, who do we have in there? We have Team 4, LQ5 for Vikings. We have, of course, Exile Asteria. And then we also have Twisted Minds Girls. So all 3 of these teams going to be going to their separate areas of the city. We maybe see something happening in a little bit. We will move over to Timeout Girl EG, though. Timeout over in Impala again, another area with 3 teams there. So we shall see how that all works. And interestingly enough, it looks like Team 10 Blackheart are actually doing a 3-1 split. Mufar is on that other side of the town. So we'll see how they can play off of this, but Timeout for now are going to be in their compound, in their houses, as the zone actually goes very central. We move over there, and it's, yeah, very central, very easy for a lot of these teams, but oh, something happening in Picado. Gonna be Team 12 Spartans Girls doing something. Oh, getting knocked, unfortunately. It looks like it is just going to be Queen left up standing right here. She does have another teammate there with her, but she's a little far away. She can't really help right now. And it is going to be against uniq Fairies. So uniq Fairies so far have 1 kill for themselves. But the res is going to make it impossible to be 2 unless they can get that knock again. So for now, Spartans Girls gonna be in as a 3-man squad for now. We will see how that goes. But Impala, back to Impala. Looks like Timeout have actually lost out someone. Barbie goes down. Go over there very quickly. Yep, it is going to be looking like Timeout are down to a duo, unfortunately, already. As Mufar looks down from her church area. Gonna be just checking out where all these teams are actually gonna be going. Fortunately for a lot of these teams, they do have the zones, so we aren't gonna be seeing a whole lot of rotation coming through from these teams just yet. It's a little early for that, especially if you are in zone. But manipulators in the background there just looting up and look to be potentially coming in for a little bit of a third party. Yep, there they go. Unfortunately, it is just going to be Alice left alive for her team now. They did start out as a 3-man squad, and now they're down to a solo, just Alice. And I think Alice is going to make a beeline for the edge of town and go try and keep her team alive for another day. But but it is going to be Timeout taking the L there. Twisted Minds as well. Not looking so hot. They do have one down. And they are out of zone, actually, so. Exile Asteria did book it out of town, so they're not in any sort of threat right now. They're just going to be looting up quietly by themselves. But this is the fight between Twisted Minds and LQ5 for Vikings. So we will see. Down they come around the outside. Here comes the pre-fire. Down goes one, but no, the cover is there. Nicely played from for Vikings. Oh, and Twisted Minds going to lose one more. Just going to be strict, Tara, and lost now. But the knock has been reciprocated. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. My bad. No, they are going to get that res, though. And they're back up as a 3v3. Oh, moving over very quickly. Back to where we were. Impala. Manipulators. Shaima being spotted out there as her teammates try and get that knocked player back up. Fairy gonna be doing that deed. But they're in her building. Oh no. Could be very, very rough for manipulators if they're not careful. They are in the building. Oh, Fairy gets knocked around the outside, tries to move in. She does make it into the building. Oh, and that Molotov just a little bit too close for comfort. Blackheart skirting around in between these rooms, trying to find them, does find them, but the knock is there. Knock is there, 2 knocks is there. KWT putting in the work, but is only 1 shot herself. As the rest of the team now move up and around, but no, KWT does get found out from the outside, does go down. No. Hofa as well. Fairy as well, no. All going pear-shaped for manipulators. They were on top of this fight just a few moments ago, and now they are down to a duo, and Hofa is very, very low. She's gonna try and bandage, but she doesn't have many meds to spare. It's just gonna be Blackheart doing this now. But they're letting her get the res as well, but not quite at all. Shema unfortunately goes down as well, so it is just Rahafa. And just 1 shot as well. Gonna have to try and get this res up if she can at all, but I don't think Blackheart are really going to allow this to happen. They shouldn't, but they're a little hesitant. They're a little shy of this engagement, and they do allow them. Never mind. I thought they allowed them to get that res. They did, but goodness me, coming around from behind is going to wipe them clean. So manipulators lose out in Impala to Blackheart. So GG's. 6 kills for Blackheart and only losing 1. So nicely done on their part. Straight back over to Azahar though. It is Twisted Minds strict on the staircase as another of the Vikings go down. And yet another, goodness me, no, they all go out as Twisted Minds just take out that last player over the top of the jump spray with the Uzi, so GG's there. So we do have several teams now taken out of this fight. We do have Manipulators, Team 12, Spartan Girls, and LQ5 for Vikings, all taken out here. So we are down 3 teams already. Zone has not even come into Zone 2 yet, so a lot of action happening for these teams. Have to see how it all pans out for the rest of those survivors. 14 teams still left alive. Let's see. For now, these teams not doing a whole lot. They are just going to be trying to find their own spot in the zone. And right now, there's plenty of property to go around. Lots of real estate that is free to take over for themselves. So, particularly in the north, we do have BBC in the middle, just north of Picado, up on those cliffs. Nice spot to be in if you could wait a while, because there's not going to be a whole bunch happening just yet over there. Other than that, not a whole bunch going on. We do have 2R in San Martin. And we do also have Team 5, LQ5 Sky, up into the north of the zone. But the zone is going to be popping up in just a few moments here. And there it goes. Los Leones, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a Los Leones graveyard, Minas Generalis. Picado, actually, zone as well. So a lot of these teams are going to be very happy with that. Lots of open ground, though. Could be tricky for some of these teams, especially those coming from Chumacera. We could see Volt girls have a bit of a tough time along this open ground. Depends on who actually gets in there. But for now, this team's going to be moving in. They do have 2.5 minutes to get into zones. They got plenty of time, plenty of time. We should see not a whole lot of trouble for these teams as they move in. Going to be looking at the rotation coming in from Exile Asteria. Yes, it is. Exile Asteria going to be making their rotation round to the north side of Los Leones. Looks like they're all accounted for as well, so still a full squad up and running, and they are going to be the first into Los Leones. We do have Zap over onto the north side up on those cliffs, but they're not actually in town, so Los Leones is free for Asteria to actually move into. Two our girls as well are also coming in from the north side. But other than that, these teams just gonna be rotating. Nice to see that they've been pretty quick on that rotation. It's just been about a minute or 90 seconds, and most of these teams are making their way in pretty effectively. Zap on the cliff, though. Jazz, I think our best companion from last round, if I'm not mistaken, has that Cartier with the 4 times, did spot somebody over there that was actually going to be Virtual Gaming Squad. But no, more pressing things are waiting in the wings. Jazz does take a couple of hits there, as actually Exile Asteria are going to be making their way to the cliffside. They're not going down into town, interestingly enough. So, is going to be looking for those snipe shots where she can get them, and Panya is her defender, her cover teammate there for a little bit. Nice shot coming in from Jazz, but it's not going to quite be enough, and she's pretty hurt herself, so gonna have to heal up a little bit. And heal she does. Meanwhile, I believe Exile Asteria are on their way around. Tina looks like she has moved a little bit, so I'll have to see how that works out for her. Otherwise, going straight to the north, looks like Team 15, Unity Cuties, just taking their time with this. Could be due to the fact that they want to take their time. Could be due to the fact that Twisted Minds have a duo right up here. In fact, a trio, rather. Right to the very edge of the zone up here to the north. So they have to be very careful about how they actually go about this. Fortunately for them, they do have that cliffside, so we may be able to see them just skirt past, but going straight back down into the center of the zone. Uniq Fairies. Oof, gets a very nice knock west onto Winky from to our girls. They have spotted each other on the outside of Picado, just south of it, actually. West gets the one, tries to get the other, as Heba just dodges it. No, absolutely no takers here. Heba not allowing that to happen. Still full health as well. So it's a 4v3 though, unfortunately. A 4v2 rather. And they're not going to be able to get their teammate either. That's really unfortunate. Looks like uniq are going to have to win this one for those duos. And 2R girls are going to have to leave with without half their squad, which would be a real shame. Oh, but BBC looking for a third party as well. Oh, this could be very, very bad for 2R. Yep, there you go. Zone, though, I do have to say, is going to be moving in very shortly. Zone has popped. We are seeing a zone. I'm not sure if we can see that on the map just yet, but we will in a minute. There we go. It is going to be a La Bandita Graveyard, Minas Generalis zone. So hard shift to the north. Going to be very, very nice for those teams up to the north. But 2R take a hit. They're down to a duo now. I think they're going to disengage here just a little bit. If they cannot fall down the cliff, that would be nice. But for now, it's a bit of a stalemate. Yeah, 2R are going to be leaving that area completely. Revolt girls down to the southwest. Going to be looking for a very nice spray onto UCHIHA clan. Oh, nicely done. That's a 1 kill picked up for them from an vehicle explosion. Always love this compound. It's a great compound to have. I always try and go for it. It's a really, really good outlook, and it's hard to really take over yourself. So very defendable, very useful for those third-party plays. Take some shots on to LQ5 Sky, but I think they've just disengaged out of reach there as the rest of these teams move into zone. Lots of these teams just... The exodus has started. Quite a few things happening over onto the east, the western edge of zone there. Yeah, was just seeing that. Is going to be UCHIHA clan down to a duo, unfortunately, on that rotation. Still getting shot though. Both of them. Oh, and they've actually gone their separate ways. So it's a 1-1 split either side of the zone. That's very troubling. Could not be a good idea. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they do this. But it's definitely a bold move. Uniq. Uniq going head-to-head against LQ5 Sky. Oh, and West is the first to take an L. There we go. Down she goes. 3v5. 3v4. Goodness me. West goes down completely, so that is going to be a thirst out from LQ5 Sky. Nade over the top. Could be a very nice nade as well, but I think it's just gone a little bit too far down. Yep. Not going to touch him. But certainly made him blink. Oh, goes around. Molotov is answered. Back and forth, back and forth. Here we go with the throwables. It's not quite going to be enough now. Lua. Oof, getting tagged there by a nade just a little bit. They are going to disengage. Try and bait. Yes, very nice. Very nicely done. That's going to be 2 knocks on their side. 1 finished up pretty quickly. I do gotta say, I do like that play that they did. They brought them back over. Unfortunately, Nooney is down. but a really nice play if that had worked out to draw them over the crest of that ridge, draw them over to where Nuni can actually shoot them from her vantage point. So very nicely done on her part, on their part rather. And they do take out 2 for it. LQ5 Sky though do have one still in zone. Disco putting in some bullets. She does have a car though. She's gonna be able to use it. Gonna be very nice. Looks like they're gonna disengage here. Oh, maybe not. Disco's car very, very smoky. But Zaina and Disco are going to be able to get out of there just barely, but they are. Zone, though, while we're all been yakking and looking at that, Zone's shifted north again. So, we have a Unity Cuties zone. Very nice for them. Going to be very happy with that. LQ5 Sky do make it out of that engagement and into, or out of the blue, rather. So, nicely done on their part. Gonna have a little look at BBC though. BBC been going at it with virtual gaming for just a little bit here at this very nice compound. It's a good compound to have. Oof, not sure what's happening there. Oh goodness me, no, get around the corner. What is happening? Does virtual gaming not know he's there? She's there. There goes another one. Noor taking an L. What is happening? No, there goes Papoon now. Down she goes, thirsted up immediately. I'm surprised that lasted as long as it did, to be honest, but BBC not phased. Oof, the nades are flying now. Here we go. 2v3, down goes Red. Unfortunately, and it is just going to be Hazel left alive out on this wall here. 1v3, can she do it? As the zone comes in, ugh, even more pressure, especially because it hurts. This one does. It really does. Oh, no, don't do that. Animation gonna kill you in a minute. Tries to get it done, but no, the prone shot's just too much. Just too much, and down she goes. That is going to be, unfortunately, virtual gaming getting taken out there by BBC. More stuff happening over here, though. Uniq Fairies putting in some work, doing some damage over here. Oh, and there's 3 different people going out there. I'm not sure who those people were. I think that was Zap, actually. Zap may have taken an L there. But meanwhile, Uniq going to completely just take out the team they were fighting. I didn't manage to get a look at who was actually playing there. But Zone has shifted north again, but this time to the west. Still favoring Unity Cuties. Still favoring them. They're in a great spot right now. They've been sitting there for the better part of the game. Very, very nicely played on their part. But it is going to be Exile Asteria into the south. Just on the edge of the zone and far away from the new circle, unfortunately for them. But is giving them a nice vantage point over some of these teams that are also there with them. Particularly Team 11, Uniq Fairies, down to the south side as well as. Oh, nice. Very nice. No, but the third party from all the way over there is actually going to take them out. Get that knock. But yeah, Blackheart with the long range. Very nicely done. Unfortunately, that car's gonna go boom in a minute, yeah. There it goes. TIMEOUT is the last one alive for her squad. All of a sudden, not looking good at all. There we go. Car's burnt out, but she doesn't have a vehicle to use. Dear oh dear. We'll have to see how that goes on. Let's look over at Blackheart, actually. They are now moving into zone. Piano on your screen right now. Oof. Elsa, though, her teammate, goes down. Just a lot of teams here right now. 8 teams still left alive in this teeny tiny little zone. TIMEOUT does go out to the play zone in the kill feed, so that is going to be the last of Exile Asteria. I do believe that was them. Things happening out in zone as well as uniq falling to, I believe that is, oh yeah, that is UCHIHA. But we are looking at the outside view. Back to Unity. Kimi, full squad here. Full squad for Unity Cuties. I mean, they really have been holding their position for the majority of this game, so there's no reason why they shouldn't have a full squad, but that is going to come very handy in these next couple of moments here. Elsa goes down, so that leaves Blackheart with 2. Another full squad was actually RT. Yeah, here's Twisted. Twisted Mind Strict looking for this compound. In this compound, just gonna boost up a little bit. Just gonna boost up a tad. Interesting play from Revolt. There's a 3-1 split going on here around those hillsides of the western zone. Oof. There goes the Scar. Soul from Unity Cuties is able to actually get a knock on to Revolt girls. And unfortunately for Revolt, they're all getting pincered here by 2 different teams. There's Unity on one side, Twisted Minds on the other. So 2 knocks now for Revolt girls as Unity look for a way to actually make this to their advantage. We're down now to 5 teams only. Mufar gonna be healing up a little bit as she sits in by her window with her teammate Piano. Just a duo for Blackheart. So we have a 2v3, 3v2 it looks like. 11 still left alive, my goodness me. Oh, and here come the grenades, throwables over to the side of Revolt. Oh, just misses out as well. Just about. And look at that tiny little sliver of zone that they have behind that fence. They can barely fit in there, but there they are. And those Molotovs and everything, they're actually just going a little too far. So they're in a great spot. Well, a great spot for the present moment. They're not going to be in a great spot very soon. And here they come around the outside. Twisted Minds making quick work of them. But no, getting taken out for it, actually. Oh my goodness, what an expensive duo crash that was. 2 down now. Well, 1 dead, 1 down now. As uniq actually put in some work there, take the opportunity. Blackheart back at it again. 14 kills for this team. 14 and a top 3 position. This has been a fantastic game for Blackheart. Made over the top. Not going to be going quite far enough, unfortunately, for them, as the zone pushes them in. It's a very, very small circle now, and there's 8 left alive. Oh, very nice nade onto Strict from Twisted Minds. It's just Terra left now, and the Molotovs keep going, but they are being reciprocated. I'm not sure who by, I'm not sure by which team, but uniq Cuties still a full squad. They have let these teams do their own thing, just, fight it out amongst themselves, and they're just waiting for the cleanup, for the moment where they can come in and just wipe the board. 1v2v4. I think Unity Cuties would really have to throw to actually lose this at this point. They have the high ground, they have the man advantage. They got some nice cover as well. Oh, Piano has some shots on her side, doesn't quite make it. Oh, from behind as well. That is going to be Blackheart taken out by actually Twisted Mind, so well done to Twisted. Tara for getting those extra 2 kills, bringing her team score up to 10. So nicely done there. But it is just going to be Tara versus the whole squad. Oh, gets one, doesn't get the other, unfortunately, but it is going to be a very nice win from Unity Cuties. 4 kills only, but that first place in the domination of the zone. So very, very nice stuff coming in from them. Distant Minds, of course, are going to be taking that second place with 10 kills. And Blackheart's taking the third place with, oh my goodness, 15 kills themselves. Of course, now going over to fourth place, we have Revolt Girls, LQ5 Sky in 5th, uniq Fairies in 6th, UCHIHA Clan in 7th, Exile Asteria in 8th, BBC in 9th. I think that's actually Timeout Girls in 10th, 2R in 11th, Zap in 12th, Virtual Gaming in 13th, Conquerors in 14th, LQ5 Vikings in 15th, Manipulators in 16th, and then of course Spartan Girls in 17th place. Gonna move over to our stars of the match. Mufar from Blackheart going to be our MVP with 1,085 damage and 7 kills. Very nicely done there. Best companion is going to be Lua from, I think that was uniq Fairies actually. 2 revives. And Unity Cuties going to be SANHOK. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but you are our finisher with 3 defeats herself. So very nicely done there. GG's all around. Goodness me, very exciting fight coming in there. Those zones really putting everybody off their game. But well done to those teams pushing through and actually getting to those wins, those placement points. So nicely done there. We will be going into a break here for just a few minutes while we head into our next game of SANHOK. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to Game 3. We're here on SANHOK. Really excited for this one. Much smaller map, a lot more action. We should see these teams clash a lot more often. It's going to be interesting to see how they actually navigate this map. Very difficult compared to some of the other strategies you can use on the other maps. So definitely a wild card map. SANHOK always brings us a few surprises, but the zone or the flight path is not going to be one of those surprises. We have a very normal, very safe flight path for these teams. They can go wherever they want from here. They are good to go. The zone, on the other hand, may be a little bit different. We'll have to see what's going to happen there. Ooh, very nice. Zone is going to go to the southwest side, to that south island. It's still it's a decent zone. It's not too bad. Not too hard on these teams at all. Nobody in boot camp, interestingly enough. But Painan, there are more than enough teams there. Two of them. Both looking at each other, I think, there. We have uniq on one side and LQ5 Sky on the other. So might be a little bit of a standoff between these two teams. They decide to loot out their respective zones. But should be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. So far, the river divides them. Looks like Barry is actually keeping a little bit of an eye on the goings-on the other side of that river, but for now they're looting. Just gonna be looting, not much else. Zone has 3 minutes till the zone comes in, so these teams have plenty of time to sort themselves out. 3 teams looks like over there by Camp Bravo, but we shouldn't really see much happening on from them for now. Other than that, these teams, quite a few teams to the North Island actually that I'm seeing there. 3 or 4 all in that one cluster. I wonder if we could go to that, maybe see what's going on there. Yeah, here we go. Let's see, not uniq. UCHIHA clan. Taking some shots over onto timeout. So, 3-man squad of UCHIHA versus the 4-man squad of timeout. At the moment, it's just Halima on board behind this rock, just trying to see what she can see. Not much on it. Oh, in the kill feed though. And in fact, on your screen, we are having a fight over onto that west side, rather. Exile Asteria, yep, that's the team. Exile Asteria not having a great time of it at all. Fluffy, the only one left standing, and that's only because she's farther away. Oh no. It looks like that CONQUEROR have actually beaten them in this one fight. Fluffy is going to be disengaging away from there. Moving over to Painan, though. We're finally seeing something happen over here. They've done looting, and they're just looking for each other now. West on this bridge. Looking a shot we just heard there. 1 or 2 shots going through. But other than that, at the moment, still taking it slow, still biding their time, getting all the information they could possibly need to make the best decisions going forward. And there they are, still in the center of the zone. So nicely good for them. Center of zone is the way to go for them right now. They'll be okay with that. I am seeing another knock coming in on the side of timeout. Or rather, I think that's actually on the side of UCHIHA. It is. Full squad for timeout. They are going to be going back and forth, having some shots with Team 13. But at the moment, it looks like timeout honestly have the advantage here. They have that compound, they have that cover. We'll have to see how that pans out a little bit later. Gonna go straight on over to 2R girls though in a fight on this East Coast. Stormy looking to back up her teammates here. And I think they actually did it. They did it. Nice nade. We just missed it, but that was a phenomenal nade coming in from 2R girls, and that's on to Conqueror. So unfortunately, let me just verify this. Yeah, Conqueror, our first team out of the game. So that's a real shame, but going over now. Ooh, 2 manipulators. Haven't seen them so far in this map. Manipulators, 3-man squad, gonna be over on the west coast, up against Spartans girls. So we'll see. They're just looking at each other at the moment. Over in Painan, things are much the same. Gonna be looking at uniq and LQ5 Sky. Both of which, ooh, there we go. Nooney is able to get one knock before getting knocked herself, unfortunately, but that was a very nice cover fire from Bratz. Able to stop that second knock being, taking place rather. Very nice on her part. Is just gonna get that res back up now. So it's a 1v1 res. Nade over the top on the side of LQ5 Sky. Very nice, but not going to do a whole bunch there. So it's a 4v3. Interesting. Back up to the island. It's all happening. We're going all over the place. Timeout down to just Cute and Alice. Alice is going to be rezzing up while Cute takes the lead in the fight. Tries to get some AK kills going through. Takes a few shots, but is going to go back to actually... reviving, there we go, as they do take out that opposing team. So nicely done on their part. Zap is right behind them. uniq now, going back and forth between Painan and that West River, or West Island rather. Now LQ. One dead, one getting healed back up now after having that res. Interestingly enough, though, we are seeing a bit of a backstab coming in from uniq that managed to go all the way around in a 1-3 split. And, oh, she did get knocked, though. That's such a shame. Still, it is pulling them away from that coastline and maybe allowing uniq to actually push forward. So, not at all wasted player. We'll see. Yep, LQ5 Sky are moving to the back there. Zap, on the other hand, moving straight in to timeout. Here they go. Jazz looking to go forward. Nades coming through. No one's there though. Or are they? Are they in the building? Oh, they might be actually. Nades still not going to do much though. Or C-Zig, I think that is. Ooh, very nice pre-fire around the door onto Alice. So that's one down. Ooh, nade over the or through the window. Does clip out a little bit, but no. It's going to be timeout for timeout. They're going to be taking a seat for this one as Zap cleaned them up very efficiently. Very nicely done there. GG's. Zone as well has gone to the east, so it looks kind of center for the map, but it's not. It's to the east for the zone, so we're not going to get much of that coastline coming in. We're going to have to see Painan in the center, Ruins and Quarry there as well. Boot camp even, but I doubt that will be there for long. We will see though. Nice. It's a nice zone. It's okay. It's not anything crazy. Lots of places for these teams to actually move and do what they want in it. So it's the zone. Here we go. The rotations are starting to come in now. Particularly Zap, they have to move in. And who is that on the outside there? Oh, it's actually Blackheart. I didn't know they were all the way over on this west coast, but here they are, running through the zone as well. Goodness me. Mufar on in the rear. 0 kills, but full squad, so nice and fresh. They haven't had to use a whole lot of their utilities just yet, and they've been stocking up. I think we saw this, no we didn't. Scratch that, but we have seen this from a couple of teams from the last SANHOK game yesterday, but 21 first aids for them for just Mufar alone, so very nice med strat coming in from them. Sky now back down into Painan. They actually have moved away from Painan. Disco just gonna go ahead and loot up there. Unfortunately, it looks like they've gotten down to a duo. Just a duo is unique over the whole of Painan. Cheeky from this is Team 16 Revolt Girls. Going head to head with 2R Girls. So both these teams, pretty strong performances so far. We'll see how they do against each other. Cheeky is only one of 2 left for her squad, so it's a 2v3 at this point. And I think those are going to be some distracting nades as she runs away, tries to just disengage there. That's the best option, I think, for this team. She doesn't have her teammate right there to back her up. She has decided to go back and regroup, or disengage and regroup. So that's all right. Twisted Minds, though, want a little bit of Painan action. They're looking for it. Lost as over there as Disc goes down. So I think that was actually Twisted Minds' knock, and they're gonna try and get that res back up. Disco swimming through, but this could be a mistake. Do you see her? Oh, just ducks behind that rock in time for Lost to not actually catch her. Zone, though, interesting. This is where it gets interesting. The zone has gone a little bit of a hard shift. I'd say it's a hard shift. Northwest. Straight up to boot camp. Painan's still in the picture. But it's a lot of this coastline, a lot of this bridge area. And Unity Cuties can take full advantage of the gatekeeping position that they actually have up against Zap. It's just the duo. It's only the 2 of them. Panya healing, all the boosting going on right now. And Unity Cuties are a full squad. Oof! Zizig goes down, unfortunately. Panya has to do something. Oof. Gets a couple of knocks, or a couple of shots onto the enemy, but not quite enough to really do anything about it. Zizig is going to have to bleed out, I think. She's going to try and get across, but no, it's going to be too late. She is going to go out, so it is just Panya left alive for her team. Zap Esports XAVIA not having a great time of it. Back down to Painan. This time on the side of uniq Fairies. It's going to be West on board right now. Gets a knock onto Twisted, so nicely done. Twisted Minds down to a 3-man team, so the numbers have been evened up. Twisted need to pull this back. There goes the door. There goes 2 doors, or trying to. And away she goes. Going to just relocate, flank around, do what she needs to do. There goes another spray onto strict. Oh, but West gets caught out by Lost. Lost was ready in that window, ready for that cover fire, and West goes down. Over to Noonie now. Lua still waiting in the wings over on the coastline. Not sure they can actually get West back up at this point. But Noonie is going to be looking for those angles. Oh, and there's one. Oh, but Lost gets there first. Lost now taking out 2 of the unique fairies. And it is just Lua left. It's happening. Unique fairies are getting taken down one by one. As Lua has to make a massive comeback. I mean, fortunately for her, on her side is the zone, so she is keeping at the moment. Twisted Mind has to move in. There goes the first knock. Very nicely done. On to Lost. But no, it's not going to be enough. Strict sees her immediately, and actually Lost is going to be able to get Rez back up. So, ooh, I just saw that zone. Scratch whatever I was just saying. Look at that hard shift straight over to Painan. Not at all in the pattern of these zones that we've been seeing so far. It's gone straight the other direction down to the southeast. So we have a Painan finish. Unique fairies must be kicking themselves right now. If they had only stayed inside that town, they would have had a great spot. But moving over to the Spartan girls. Over to the east of Ruins, we do see Catty, only one left alive for her team that is fully able. Aurelia is there as well, but she is knocked, so they're going to have to do a lot here. Blackheart is the... Oh! Nice flank from Piano there. Over on to Spartans. Unfortunately, that is going to be them taken out in 11th place. And Zap, Panya, managed to get past Unity disengaged, went to the zone. So Zap is still alive as a solo. But things are going to start heating up, particularly in the north side. It looks like LQ5 looking for that finish over on UCHIHA. I think they just got it, yeah. That is going to be the 4 Vikings in the north side there, taking out one extra member. And actually, yeah, it was. So it is sadly going to be Saja down to herself, all alone. Blackheart, though, 41 meds up her sleeve. Here she goes. Looks like they all dropped their meds and got to her, but oh, it's not going very well for the rest of her team. Looks like Unity Cuties are gatekeeping them. And Mufar is the only one left alive all of a sudden. So all pressure all of a sudden is straight onto her, and Unity pick up an extra couple of kills. Soul now making her way across that river. Zap as well, trying to find some shots as the zone shifts to the east. There it goes, zone. Straight over to where no one is. None of those teams are in zone. They all have to move in. And closest to it is actually BBC and Twisted Minds, both in this town in Painan. Now, Twisted are the ones who can gatekeep now. For Vikings, able from their north side to actually move in very nicely, very quietly, as Manipulators picking up 3 kills on their way into zone. It is just Rahafa though. Oh, and down she goes. Team 8, 2 of our girls just taking them out pretty quickly there. Oof, and here we go. Here we go. Sajida is the last one of her squad. She is gonna try and move in, but she spins out a little bit there. Gonna try and get behind a tree, but not quite. Lost is too quick. Instead, gonna be taken out there in 8th place. Now we have Tara moving in. They are in zone now, but they're out in the open. Very open on this zone. Excuse me. BBC not having a great time of it either. The play zone being very painful for them. And now Tara is actually getting third party from the top of the hill. Yeah, that was gonna happen. It's so open there. Very, very difficult zone, and I really don't think that Tara did herself any favors going actually trying to get to BBC because she was so much in the open. She was actually just running around out there. A perfect target for these teams to pick up an extra kill, so it is just a turn, unfortunately, for Twisted Minds holding the fort behind this rock. 6th place if she goes out now. The zone is moving as we speak as well, but no, Straight does go down to the 4 Vikings. So, for Vikings LQ5, top 5 position they've gotten for themselves. BBC out there in the zone as well. It's a tough one, and look at the spread of LQ5. Look at that spread. It is just all over that zone, all over it. So very, very nicely done there. I did just see Mufar there in the zone again, going straight to 4 Vikings. This is their game to lose now. BBC doing the heal strat, as is Mufar. I did see that earlier. Outside play zone is going to get cat from BBC though, so it is just 1 left alive. But no, BBC go out to the zone, so we are in our top 4 teams. And Mufar actually has healed her way to the top 4. She is still going. We saw her just a moment ago on screen. And for now, it is going to be 2R versus... Oh, 2R very, very close to getting killed here, but Jessie is a little bit discombobulated. Actually, 2R is going to get Jessie. Jessie goes not out. She's not out yet. She is going to be trying to make her way through those teams, but no, not going to be happening just yet. She does go out, unfortunately. Monfar still going, 13 first aids, and she's got 2nd place now. I mean, there's no way she can win now, but LQ5 is going to be our winners here this evening for SANHOK. Mufar I think she's gonna be using all of them. I mean, there's still 5 left alive. She doesn't realize how many teams are actually there. So she doesn't realize she's in 2nd place. She doesn't realize she can't win. So we'll be sitting here while she goes through her 10 med kits. Oh. And we'll just wait for her. It's been a great game. Been a fantastic game. I mean, LQ5 for Vikings just did a fantastic game, completely took over that zone and did not hesitate when they needed to. Or didn't hesitate when they needed to. There we go. Very nicely done from that team. GG's to all the other teams as well. They've done super well for this game. Been a very tough circle to really use. Very tough zone. So it's been really great to see how these teams performed in this difficult map. But our top 2 is going to be Blackhearts and LQ5 for Vikings. So both these teams, massive GGs all around. And to 2R girls as well, able to actually, or was it RT? I think it may have been RT, I'm not sure. To get that 3rd place as solo. So very nicely done. Oh, and here we are. She runs, but she cannot hide. There she goes. Down she goes. And it is going to be 4 Vikings taking the win on SANHOK. Nicely done. With, let's see, 6, 7, 8 kills for Vikings. Blackhearts in 2nd place with 3 kills. And 2R, so it was 2R girls in 3rd place with 9 kills. Then, of course, in 4th place, you have XA. Then BBC in 5th, Twisted Minds in 6th, Unity in 7th, RT in 8th, and Manipulators in 9th, Zap in 10th, Spartan Girls in 11th, Unique in 12th, LQ5 Sky in 13th, Timeout in 14th, UCHIHA Clan in 15th, and Conquerors in 16th. GG's. We do not have our finisher because the finisher was the play zone, but we do have the other two. We're going to start with our best companion, 2 revives for Cute from Timeout. And our MVP of the match is going to be Winky, actually. So 650 damage and 6 defeats herself. So GG's all around there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going into our third and final break of the evening while we get ready for our final match of ERANGEL. Do not go anywhere. So maybe grab some snacks, grab a cup of tea, something, while we wait for this final match to kick off. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. It is game 4, the last game that these teams have to qualify to the semifinals. So, top 9 only of these teams will be making it through. They have one last chance in order to do it. You'll be seeing that chance here on ERANGEL, and right off the bat, the playing path is not being very nice to these teams. Straight over to the west coast it goes. But still, ERANGEL. It's a fine enough map. It'll be fine. It's still small enough that they'll be able to get over to that east coast should they want to. But for now, this is what they got. We'll have to see how that zone complements it, or if it doesn't. I kind of would like to see a Stalber finish for this, honestly, but maybe that's me just being mean. We want these teams to have a good time, not a hard time. So we will see how it gets on. Most of these teams looking to go central. And here goes the playing path. On its last legs, we will see the zone be popping up here in just a few minutes. 3, 2, 1, and maybe? Nope, not quite. Not quite on board with virtual gaming while we wait for that zone to come up. Ooh, virtual gaming and Blackheart, both these teams in this small submerged town. Interesting, interesting. We will see how they get on. Both teams going to be just looting for now. Mufar looking on the roof. Oh, M249, very nice, but no helmet, so could be a tricky situation for her. But M249, we've seen it time and time again do very nice things for whoever's holding it. So we maybe will see a little bit of a clutch coming through. Zone has popped up though. It has popped up. We do have our first zone of the day, of the game. And it is going to be actually a northwest, so it complements the plane path very nicely indeed. Going to be Georgia Pole shooting range, Severny, Chinky as well. So nice zone. It's a good zone. I like this zone. It's not Stalber, but it's a good zone. On board with Hazel though. Oh, nicely done. The knock is quickly reciprocated though, and I think that's going to be a flush immediately coming through. Yeah, Hazel goes out. So right off the bat, virtual gaming at the disadvantage. And of course, their teammate is going to be able to get picked back up pretty quickly. Unfortunately for virtual gaming as well, they only started out as a 3-man squad, so they are down to a duo already, just with the loss of that one teammate. Oh, but who's this? It is going to be Exile Asteria going straight through, and see ya on the way, her way south. She's going to bypass completely these two teams fighting. Noor on the roof, looking for some more loot. But after that initial kill, after that initial skirmish, not much going to be happening. Just a little bit of info, a little bit of standing around and figuring out what's going on. There is some stuff going on in Pachinki though, yep. Down we go down to there. Fairy on board with her right now. Alpha is down, so it's Manipulators versus Spartans girls. These two teams going head to head. KWT takes out one. Thirst up immediately, so that is going to be 2 kills for Manipulators. Catty with the prone shot is able to knock Fairy and take her out. So they are going to get some sort of revenge, but no, Catty gets knocked herself. Not looking good at all for the Spartans. It is just Luna. Oof, and down she goes very, very quickly. Manipulators just had full control of that, and down they go. Speaking of down they go, oh dear, not looking good at all. And no, it's not. Down they go. Blackheart's taking out Virtual Gaming. They're gone. So we are 5-6 minutes into this match and already have lost 2 teams. Goodness me. What's interesting about that as well, these 2 teams are both teams, the Spartans and Virtual Gaming, that were looking very strong at the beginning of the night. So both teams out early, hopefully have done enough to keep them in those top 9 spots. But they do not have much of a chance now to redeem themselves if not. Unique over by Pachinki. Looks like there's another fight going on here. Up against Conquerors. Now, Conquerors have been struggling tonight. Not been having the evening that they were probably expecting. Nara is the last alive, but no, down she goes. Unique just wanted to hunt her down, and down she goes. So that's going to be Conquerors as well, out super early in 15th place. And Unique pick up another 4 very nice, juicy little kills. Interestingly enough, though, speaking of Unique, we do have a 1-3 split coming in from her, and West is by herself, just missing BBC on their rotation up. We also have a couple of teams still out in the zone. As the zone is coming in now, so the zone is on its way. We will be seeing it touch the edges of the map in just a few moments. And West is going to make her way out of that compound. Completely bypassed by BBC. Interesting with this last game, it happens a lot in these last games. But no one is kind of throwing caution to the wind a little bit here. I mean, we still have multiple teams in close proximity to each other. I mean, simply because it's the last game and everybody, it's all or nothing at this point. That's what's always so exciting about these final matches of any sort of evening or group or anything like that. They do tend to go all out for the last game of the night. Speaking of all out, here we go on rotation. Blackheart about to have some company. Who's this? LQ5 for Vikings. This team coming up to Blackheart. Light 4VK has a DP at her disposal, is opting to go with the nade for now. Lands a little short, but it was a good effort. Piano on that off angle on their side, but the nades are immediately going to be going in answer to that as Piano has to dodge them. Molotov over the top as well. That one could land pretty close to Piano there. But it doesn't quite, a little short. Oh, but in the end, it's gonna be the gun that gets her. Piano goes down. First knock on the side of Blackheart. Mufar on the edge there. With her DP. Looking for any sort of angle, but unfortunately her angle isn't gonna quite cut it. Oof, that DP's better though. Light 4K. Or 4 Viking. Ah, I see. So Light is her name. And Light with the DP. Mufar super, super low. And now this has just allowed the 4 Vikings to actually move across the bridge pretty easily. Who's that? The manipulators. come in to say hi. Hello, manipulators. Rose, looking very, very hurt indeed. And manipulators have just taken up shop in that compound. So all of a sudden, we have 3 teams here. All for, okay, interesting. Yeah, Rose going to be disengaging there pretty quickly. As Rahafa heals on up. Light still on that angle. Oof. Does get shot though. Bring is brought very low, but she is aware of Blackheart over the top, but not aware enough. Tries her best, but gets taken out anyway. Down she goes. As the zone's about to pop up here in just a moment. Oh, there it goes. So these teams have nothing to worry about from the zone itself. They are in zone as it centers up. Goes a little bit south for the zone, but center to the land, so that's all right. Looking over at the manipulators over here, they've actually moved up. They've left that compound, and now they're going straight for Exile Asteria. And Exile are having none of it. That's 2 now. Down on their side, but 2 on the enemy side as well. Gonna be thirsting them up real quick. KWT looking for some revenge if she can. But KWT all of a sudden is on her own. That was very quick dismantling of these teams. Beautiful nade over the top of the buggy, though, is gonna grab Ivy there and take her out as well. So very, very nice from KWT. Gonna be getting at least an extra kill if she can't get the rest of them. Nade over there as well. Gets another, so that's 2 knocks now. It's a 1v1. All of a sudden, KWT putting in a lot of work with these nades, being very, very slow and methodical with them, but fantastic stuff. And Exile Asteria kind of letting her do it. Oh, the nade isn't quite there, but I'm sure that damaged her somewhat. Had to have done. Not quite. She's on the 3rd floor. So, Soma going to be healing up best she can. KWT on the bottom. Gives her some time to loot up, boost up, etc. But no, the nades are out. She wants blood. It's a 1v1. All of a sudden, oh dear, no. Not sure who that was from, though. She's still trying with those nades. It's worked for her very well so far. Gotta see what she can do with it. But first, the heal. 7 kills, 4 manipulators. Nades come out again. But this time, they're being a little bit reciprocated, I think. Oh, no. Reciprocated by smoke. Soma is coming down. I think she wants to finish this up very quickly. Nice nade. Isn't going to do enough, though. How many nades does this woman have? My goodness me, there's a lot of nades. First person up the stairs. Into the building. Or into the 2nd floor, rather. Doing anything she can. Nade over the top, but no, that's just gonna go outside. Unfortunately, not quite what she was looking for there. Oh. Oh! Goodness me, down she falls. Soma, very risky play coming in there. Unfortunately, didn't quite get the shots off, but no. Down around the outside, now it's KWT's game to lose. Needs to do something. She is going to actually use this opportunity to boost up, so she's not going to go for that kill. It was only 1 shot. Soma gets a 2nd chance here. Not sure I like that play coming in from KWT, though. She had more than enough health to do it, but we'll have to... Oh, wait. Oh, okay, that's why she didn't go for it. She actually killed her. I didn't see that. I did not see that kill come through, so... Never mind. KWT... Squad wipes. Very nicely done on her part. But the action doesn't stop with them. Unique as well. going up against Sky here from LQ5. Looks like down goes one. Yes, indeed. Noonie holding out the outer side, looking for Barry. Baboka, it takes a couple shots, but is able to heal back up pretty quickly. And now it looks like two. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Barry was able to heal back up. Good to go. Zone 3, about to pop, though. Just a few moments. Gotta move over to Unity Cuties, though. Going up against UCHIHA. Unity, Fatty gonna be able to res. Very nice. Good stuff from them, or not. Oh no, it's too much. It's too much. She tries, goes around the outside, goes through, does try to get one. Oh, one shot, but can't quite get that last shot in through. And so it is going to be UCHIHA squad wiping Unity Cuties. Zone, though, doing a little bit of squad wiping on its own. Going to be looking for that central position. Going to be going to the Plains of Ruins, but into another fight we go. Disco now on top of it. LQ5, Sky. Last one surviving. Disco is one shot. See what she can do here. Disco heals back up. Potentially able to get this res. Looks like there's a couple of knocks behind her as well. So it is just a 1v1, and now it's a 2v1. It is a 2v1. Disco going for that nade over the top. Isn't going to quite do it, but Baboka does now have to move over. Disco. Ooh, Disco could take advantage of this. They are rezzing right now. But no, she's going to hold. They are going to reset. Oh, over the top she comes. Not quite, though. This, ooh, UMP or the M4 spray, not going to quite do it. Barry and Baboka. No, Baboka goes out. Very nicely played from Sky. Would have liked to see a little bit more or a little bit less hesitation there, but they were able to get back up to a 3-man squad and take out uniq. So very nicely done overall. GG's. Revolt girls now on the very edge of zone. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty nice. Top 8 teams. Here we go. We are down to our 8. It looks like Revolt are looking to kind of hold out Blackheart. Just a little bit. Ooh, nades flying either side. This is now UCHIHA versus Twisted Minds over on the sort of Georgia Pole side, the mountain side of things. Strict. Oh, getting taken out. She got a little bit stuck there. Who is that in the grass there? Oh my goodness me. She didn't even see him, but Lost has her back. Is going to be able to take him out. And yeah, that's UCHIHA. UCHIHA taken out, I do believe. Yes, it is. So nicely done from Twisted Minds, but gosh. Lost one pretty unnecessarily. They just didn't see her in there, in the grass. Going back over to the east side, though, it looks like we've had a little bit of a kerfuffle since we last saw them, as the zone goes straight over to the south of Ruins. So very, very open, and it looks like Sky want to be first in line for that. They are going to be going over there to the airdrop. Timeout now, looking over at Twisted Minds. My goodness, Twisted Minds can't catch a break. 3 kills on their side. And looks like they're going to be disengaging pretty quickly there. They do not want that full squad. So Miad is going to be regrouping with her teammate Lost, and they're just going to leave Terra there, unfortunately. So Timeout do get 1 or 2 kills for themselves. And now actually Twisted Minds are in a pretty good spot to actually get into zone. So they got a better place to get into zone from than Timeout do. Sky still the only ones with a good position in zone, I would say. I mean, the others do, they have those ridges, but the edge, playing edge can be risky. Cheeky is down. Oh, just got res back up for RT. Revolt Girls, rather. But Skyberry, looking for that angle through the window, is going to boost up in the meantime. 3-man squad, so still got a lot of advantage on their side. They have these compounds. Looking pretty good. Hanette, oof, getting just pummeled there from a couple different sources, I think. Namely Blackheart. Blackheart on this other side of the ridge. They are pushing up 2 Revolt Girls as well as getting third-partied elsewhere. So lots happening here. Yeah, 2 our girls want a little piece of this action. Coming in from Ruins. Let's see how this plays out. They're moving their vehicles, situating themselves amongst the hill. Lots of smokes everywhere. As the zone moves in, we could see a major upset. These teams could get heavily pressured if the zone does not go their way. Oh. And zone does not. It goes straight to timeout. No longer in favor of Sky. No longer in favor of any of these teams. It's just timeout. Just timeout. They're the only ones in zone. They're the only ones who could possibly have an advantage here for now. We'll have to see how these teams actually sort themselves out. 2R, though, might be one of those teams that actually are going to do it. Ooh, a nade coming in from Mufar. I think that was over the top. Going to get another knock on to Revolt Girls. Molotov over the top as well. Doesn't quite get them, but it just makes them move out of place a little bit. We have a lot going on over onto the northern side of the circle, though. Stormy just going to be bandaging up there as Alice goes down to Disco from Sky. So a lot happening. Timeout getting picked apart here. Unfortunately, have not been able to secure their position. They've got a couple of teams now looking to take them out. And it looks like they're kind of... That's kind of what's happening. They're down to a duo now. Zap as well, running into the picture here. Sizig, ooh, might have met her match with that MG3. Is going to just run and try and... Oh, but no, she's getting chased down. Disco takes her out with the MG3. Dear, oh dear. No prisoners taken there. Pena as well. Ooh, nade right over the top. Does a little bit of damage, but not much in the scope of things. This is just Pena now on this ridge. Interesting from all these teams, though. I can't quite keep track. Ooh, nice nade, though. But I can't quite keep track of everybody. Ooh, zone very quick indeed. But all these teams just going all over the place. You have RT in the background there. Looks like they've disengaged from the fight they were having, gone all the way around. Lots of things going on. And both these teams took this fight out of the zone. I mean, they didn't have a whole lot of choice. But goodness me. both of them were out of zone, and it is going to be dealing a heavy blow. Twisted up against RT. Revolt. One left alive. It's just Rin left alive for her team. And Twisted are not letting her go too easily, now setting her sights on Blackheart. 7 teams left alive. Goodness me. That's a lot of teams for Zone 6. Pumpkin. Mufar. Both of these players are still up for Blackheart. Zone goes away from them a little bit. Just in front. Goes very much south though, and Sky, once again, gonna be really liking this zone. Ooh, Twisted go out. Oh, no, they don't. No, they don't. Only one goes out. Lost takes an L. Gets taken out. It is just Miad left for Twisted Minds. Zap as well, down to a duo. Oh, just move straight in. Oh, alrighty. No consequences whatsoever for that move. Caramel actually goes out from timed out. And it is just Cute left in the zone, getting shot. Isn't gonna last. Nope, down she goes. Unfortunate, because timeout had zone for a while there, but they just weren't able to really make it their own. So it is just going to be our top 3 now. LQ5 Sky, Blackheart, and of course, Zap. Oof, a lot of kills as well. 9 kills for Sky. This is a big, big game for them and could actually be their ticket to the top 9. Have to see Barry just barely not being able to be seen there in the smoke. Blackheart do have the ground advantage, have a little bit of cover. Suppress UMP comes through though, just gets a little bit of damage onto that player, onto Mufar. Oh. Switches to the M4 and the buggy is actually going to knock her out. So Mufar gets knocked due to the explosion that leaves just Pumpkin left alive for her team. So Blackheart can't do a whole lot with this. Oof. Zap as well in a world of hurt, just couldn't get enough cover, get pinched between these two teams, and down they go. So it is Pumpkin versus Sky. 1v2. Not impossible, but Pumpkin may go out to the zone here. Yeah. Oh, just about makes it in very, very quickly. I'm surprised they didn't actually see that, to be honest. But Pumpkin, wow, makes it. Makes it and heals back up. So she's back up. It's Disco and Barry versus Pumpkin. Laying low. Getting rid of those backpacks. Yep, that's the first thing to do. Level 2 gear. Not too bad. Oh, there's one. She has sights on one. Can't quite make it on the other, though. Oof. There's... Oh, gets the one. Does get the one. Was spotted out, though. They have that info. It is just Barry versus Pumpkin now. Does she have any Molotovs? Any nades? They're going for the res. No. Are they actually? They're going for the... No, not quite. Not quite. Can't possibly. But Pumpkin could get this. What is Barry doing? No! Oh! Barry. Was that Barry? I think that was Barry. Nearly lost that, but not quite. The UMP does come through in the end, and Blackheart do have to take second place. But my goodness me, that was very, very close indeed. But it is going to be LQ5 Sky taking that win with a whopping, was that 13 kill win. Very nicely done. Blackheart coming in clutch with 6 and 4, 10 kills and second place, and Zap with 3 kills and third. Then moving into fourth, we have Timeout, 2R in fifth, Twisted Minds in sixth, RT in seventh, UCHIHA in eighth, 4 Vikings in ninth, uniq in 10th, BBC in 11th, Manipulators in 12th, Unity in 13th, Exile Asteria in 14th, I think, Conqueror in 15th, Virtual Gaming in 16th, and of course Spartan Girls in 17th place. Our MVP for this last game, though, is going to be Disco. 1130 damage, so GG's on the 1000 damage, and 8 kills going to Disco from Sky. Ray from RT is going to be our best companion with 4 revives, but our finisher is going to be Barry with 5 defeats of her own, so GG's there. Right. It has been an action-packed night, but we do end here. That was the last game of this Group B. Thank you so much to the teams for participating, the organizers for organizing, and you in the chat and in the and the viewers for actually watching and supporting your teams here with us this evening. It's been a blast. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, with Group C, so a completely new lobby here for you tomorrow. Meanwhile, GG's to all teams. Good luck for the results, and we will see you all tomorrow here at 8 p.m. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.